Oh, wait, are we ready now?
Yeah.
How long did we wait?
0 seconds.
0 seconds?
And we've been live for 10 seconds.
Oof. Oh, no.
But now we're live on our end.
I'm glad we did the mic check, right?
Yeah, our mics look good.
You did? Okay.
Also did a weather check.
And the
Raining
weather?
tomorrow.
Oh, that's perfect weather.
And 60 degrees.
Nah, we good. That'd be a little chilly.
Let's see.
All right, cool. All three of me alive.
I'm probably live. I am alive.
Not only am I alive, but I also updated my description and my title.
I did not do that, but I will do that now.
But we got how many interesting topics? Oh, come on.
There's 9 topics. Interesting topics.
One. The country of Poland, has a big Minecraft server to try to keep kids from going outside, which is crazy to think about.
Speaking of keeping people from going outside,
World of Warcraft offering double XP if you stay inside. I feel like a couple years ago we were fighting for the exact opposite.
Trying to get people outside.
How the tables have tabled.
How the turns have tabled.
There you
or
go.
whatever they say.
Folding at home. People want to cure the virus too fast. Is how we are looking at that one. There are too many people wanting to go back outside. But folding at home servers have been overwhelmed. Chromium, the web browser. There's a really weird article about it on a little bug. I don't think it's a problem, but a Chromium bug-ish. If you're typing something out and you want to put in an emoji, use the Windows key and the period key. It's kind of cool.
Ooh, I'll have to try that.
Windows 10, they're having antivirus problems amidst the antivirus problems we're having. But Microsoft's not really sure what's wrong, or Windows isn't really sure what's wrong, and it's not happening to everybody, which makes it even harder to figure out. Looks like Apple doesn't know how to number phones. They also don't have to letter phones either at this point.
The iPhone SE2, which is also what's been referred to as the iPhone 9.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Not a clue. Private sector manned launch. So
SpaceX, sometime in the next few months. Not yet.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Speaking of SpaceX, the FCC authorized SpaceX to begin rolling out as many as 1 million ground antennas, not satellites. When I saw the article, I thought it was 1 million satellites, which would be insane. That would be so many satellites. But instead, it's just ground antennas.
Millions.
Which, I mean, 1 million's still a lot, but nothing insane, in my opinion. But what do I know? I haven't walked around counting antennas.
So I just realized something very tragic.
Do we not have any articles from The Verge?
We have 0 articles from The Verge this week. So I'm currently on theverge.com/tech.
Trying to find some articles?
I'm trying to find a article that The Verge has posted this past week that's worth talking about. Sponsor us.
Turns out when The Verge journalists, or whatever you call them, are working from home, they don't actually write any articles that we're interested in, apparently.
What of these sounds interesting? This year's VidCon is canceled. That's an article.
That doesn't sound interesting. That sounds like a bummer.
SoundCloud and Twitch just made it easier for musicians to monetize live streams.
I guess that's
kind of
cool.
That's pretty much the end of the article. Governments are increasingly using cell phone location data to manage the coronavirus.
Possibly spooky.
A little creepy, yeah. Hamilton is bringing back the original digital wristwatch with an OLED twist. So a digital watch with a screen. Like a digital
Isn't
watch.
that every digital watch? OLED's nice, I guess. Different than LCD, right? Is that what most old digital watches are? LCD,
here we go.
Probably?
HP is teasing a new VR headset in partnership with Valve and Microsoft. From The Verge. This is what we can have our one article from The Verge. I haven't read any of this.
Valve is going to help compete with Valve?
Yeah, HTC.
No, because Valve has their own new thing, right? The Valve Index. Yeah.
Oh, they do. HP called today a no compromise VR headset. And knowing VR or HP computers, it's probably all compromised.
Did that come from the article, or did you come up with that?
Oh, I just came up with that.
Yeah. Okay.
This is coming from a guy who's using a HP computer. I was going to say, we look really weird. And then I realized because we don't have a little lower third to cover the screens like we do here.
Oh, yeah.
I never noticed that. Hey.
We didn't even look at our camera composition earlier.
No, we didn't. You got a whole lot of room. It looks like 6 feet due to the fishiness of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's our Verge topic. HP is in the headset game.
Minecraft being used in Poland to encourage social distancing. In case you live under a rock, there's this whole virus thing going around.
Called Minecraft.
It's been around for a few years now. No. The virus going around has closed a lot of schools. And yeah.
Yeah. So an interesting part of this is this right here. The Minecraft server isn't just for younger kids either. Students from elementary schools, high schools, and colleges are encouraged to log in to build the digital world together. Weird way to put it. Each player in the server gets a 60 by 60 plot.
Oh no!
To let their imagination run wild. And the best creations will be showcased and rewarded on March 30th. Which is like 2 weeks, 1 week. It's like a week.
Yeah. It's exactly a week, actually.
So
Maybe we'll have the results next week now.
The weird thing is the 60 by 60 plot.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that before. It's like a creative world, basically.
Yeah, but usually...
And you just have a flat land and just
do
60 by
10,
60.
a 20 by 20. Or they do 16 or 32.
Something that's whatever of 2, yeah.
Chunk-based.
Okay, gotcha.
Because a Minecraft chunk is a 16 by 16.
Yeah,
so
okay.
it makes sense to have one chunk of area per person. But 60 by 60 is a
kind of
odd number.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's that number, but nonetheless, it looks like they're at least trying not to let griefers grief.
Yeah.
Which would be great for a Minecraft server open to an entire country.
Yeah, a country can be pretty big.
The only other interesting part that I wasn't able to find out is who's hosting the server.
Yeah, like is it the government there?
Because if you want an entire country to play on one server, you got to have a little bit of a beefy server to handle that many people, I would believe.
Yeah, I agree. I don't even know how many people can be on a Minecraft server at one time.
But say we can almost try to log in, but I don't have Minecraft on this computer, so
I don't have Minecraft on this computer. Probably don't remember my login info either.
But what you do have on your computer
is
World of Warcraft. They're offering double XP to stay inside for people to stay inside during the little pandemic going on.
Oh, I'll have to send my friend a message. My World of Warcraft friend a message. I've actually never played the game.
And instead of it ending on March 30th, they will allow double XP through April 20th.
Wow, that's a long weekend.
That's a very long weekend. Some would consider that more than a week. So if you play World of Warcraft, you probably already know about this. And if you've been wanting to play World of Warcraft, sounds like a really good time to jump in.
Yeah. And if you don't want to play World of Warcraft, like me,
then don't play World of Warcraft. What a topic.
I saw that and I had to add it because I saw your Minecraft topic. I wonder if other games are doing this. A game I used to play, RuneScape.
Oh no.
Used to have their double XP weekends, usually for members. But
RuneScape, the free-to-play fantasy MMORPG game.
oh wow, they might have just had a double XP weekend actually. Totally unrelated to the virus.
Oh, they have a maintenance today. Maintenance March 23rd. 1600.
Double XP weekend extended will return on February 21st, 2020. So like a couple weeks ago.
A month ago.
Yeah, a month ago. Exactly a month ago, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Give or take a couple days.
Yep, so it's already gone.
You
So
missed
it's
it.
totally unrelated to the virus, but they did have a double XP weekend. And it's too late for you to enjoy it.
Folding at home. You've ever folded before?
I have done some minor origamis, but I have not done the folding at home thing. I've also never mined for Bitcoin, which is extremely similar, it sounds like, to this
I'm
folding
curious.
at home
Is
thing.
minor origamis a computer thing or is that a joke?
It's a joke.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a joke.
I have no idea if that was like a real thing.
Or paper airplanes, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So I did fold at home for about 15 minutes one time. I was like, cool. This uses up somebody else's electricity.
Yeah.
And then I uninstalled it because it's not my electricity.
Yeah.
And I did just pay for the computer hardware.
Yeah.
So I stopped. But folding at home hit 400,000 new people have joined.
That's a lot of people.
A number that I heard before was that there was 30,000 active people before.
Okay. Before because
the
folding at home was
increase.
already a thing, right? Before this
Yes.
virus. It was used for things like, well, what folding at home is, if you don't know, it has something to do with like chemistry and biomechanics or something, and folding of proteins. It's basically a computer simulating different ways to fight viruses or something. I
Yeah.
don't totally understand it, but
Yeah, I don't fully understand. So here they're saying it's a 1,200% increase in contributors. So 100% increase would be double the people. So then 200 would be triple the people.
yeah.
300 would be quadruple the people. So this is 13 times whatever the original was. So 400,000 times 13. That's how math works, I think.
But basically what folding at home does is it's trying to find the solution to diseases.
Yeah.
And now with this COVID-19 thing being widespread, a lot more people have gotten onto the platform. As before, they were finding things, I guess, to help with like Alzheimer's or other diseases.
Yeah. The one interesting part about this, you didn't watch the WAN show this past Friday.
No.
So many people have joined that the folding at home servers aren't able to keep up and give people
enough
folding
tasking
to do,
or whatever.
folding tasks to do. So Linus Tech is partnering. They're trying to partner with their ISP and then
Cool.
hardware vendors,
Okay.
and they're going to set up their own folding at home server to delegate, I guess.
Gotcha. Because LMG Linus Media Group has a really good internet connection.
So
like they're almost direct line in, right?
Yeah, so they have a gigabit connection, an actual. Oh no, they have a 10 gig. Yeah, they have a 10 gig connection, I believe. But they were talking to their ISP about how they can handle it for security reasons.
Oh, gotcha.
And their ISP is thinking of having someone else hold their server and then doing like 100 gigabit or something.
Okay.
He couldn't go into too many details on the WAN show.
Yeah.
But
so it may not even be on their premise, but it's like they're
it's their baby.
helping out
Yeah.
with the project, and their sponsors are providing the hardware, I would assume.
Yeah.
And the
He's
ISP is
basically the
helping out.
middleman making all the connections
Cool.
happen.
Yeah, that's pretty
what
cool.
It sounds like. But yeah, so instead of him just building 40 computers and just having them all fold,
Yeah,
he's actually building the server to delegate all the folding tasks.
that is pretty cool. Yeah.
It's like, that's pretty neat. So this article was just super weird, so that's why I added this one. Chromium's show URL is the most useless thing I have ever seen in a web browser, or in a browser. So Chromium is pretty much what everyone uses at this point. Google Chrome has it. Chrome has it.
Yeah.
Or what's Chromium? Internet
Edge.
Explorer, Edge.
Yeah.
Edge has it. I don't know if Firefox is using it yet, but I'm sure they will. And then I think there's the one other one, Opera. I think Opera's using Chromium now.
Possibly. I'm not 100%
I have no
sure.
clue though.
Yeah. But Edge definitely is, and yeah.
But then the fun part is down here. It says, note, Mozilla plans to remove HTTPS and www from Firefox's address bar as well.
I guess,
So,
can you show your address bar?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I should. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So up here, my address bar at the very top here, it just says ghacks.net/2020/junk. So it doesn't show you that https://www. But then if you click on it, there it is.
Yep. And you can see the padlock icon, which indicates that it is HTTPS or HTTP secure.
Yeah.
And then the www is really redundant at this point.
Yeah.
From what I heard, the reason that they originally had www was to help people when the World Wide Web was a new thing, to help people realize that it was a website. Whereas now it's pretty much, if you see a .com or a .net or a .org,
anything.
yeah, you pretty much assume that it's a website.
Yeah, so like you can take off the www, and if you hit enter,
it's still going to take you to the same place, yeah.
And you can even go as far as taking off all of that junk, and it will still take you to
It'll
the
probably
same
even
place.
take you to the HTTPS,
Yes. Because you can try to take off the S, but a lot of times they force they force you to go to the secured. I think that's actually...
So as you can see in Chrome, it's the HTTPS www is removed by default, but you can click it to view it.
Yeah.
And apparently Firefox is going to move toward that. But in Chromium, what, you have to right click and show URL rather than just...
Yeah, so like it's gone here. So like click it and you right click, and then here it would have a
show URL. And that would show the full URL?
Yeah, but instead you can just double click it in Google Chrome. I don't know. It just
kind of
seems like
redundant and
someone's nitpicking on something that doesn't matter. I would like enforced smaller URLs. So each page can't be more than 8 characters or something. So 2020, that's like one like the folder section, and then it's like 3, 23. But then you can't have Chromium show URL is the most useless thing I've ever seen in a web browser / That part is way too long. They could do Chromium or something, and I would be okay with that.
That's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
No. I don't think so. Just because of the way that the URLs are done.
But then it's like...
And then there's things like YouTube, which do have that, like 8 or 10 characters.
Yeah.
But it's just random characters.
Yeah. But then like when you go shopping on a big box website...
Yeah.
And the string is 14 paragraphs because of all the additional tracking stuff.
Yeah, the additional tracking stuff,
I hate it. It should be when you hit select all, copy like that, or you go to copy it. It should auto cut off all the crap.
That would be nice, yeah. A lot of times the share links on a page will do that for you. Like if you click a share link, it'll copy a short link or something. But I don't see one on this page. Rather than having to like manually remove all that junk from the URL. But
I don't know. If I was writing articles that people are reading, I wouldn't be complaining about show full URL as much as I would be complaining about being able to share a URL that doesn't look like garbage.
But the thing is, you can actually read the URL. Whereas if it was just 8 random characters like YouTube is.
What does it be 8 random characters? It just can't be a book.
But then what if they have 2 articles about Chromium? And it's only 8 characters.
One will be the date and one will be Chromium, so you know which article you're reading.
Well, what if they have 2 articles on the same day?
They're not going to have 2 articles on the same day.
2 articles on the same day on Chromium? They can't. In this case, they can't.
They do
In the case that you're talking about, they can't.
They do a /v2.
It's literally just the title of the page.
Yeah, that one wasn't as
pretty
bad.
straightforward. Whereas, like, I know what you're talking about, though, with the Facebook links and that kind of thing. Yeah. Windows Plus on Windows 10.
Oh, Windows Plus period on Windows 10.
Windows Plus period.
Yeah.
Oh, the shortcut you were talking about.
So I'm going to open up
Windows Plus period. Oh, neat. It pulls up a little emoji.
Yeah, so here is a blank Office template. Woo woo. It's LibreOffice. So we were typing, this is my essay.
Wait.
Ah, thank you.
Haha.
And then we want to insert a little emoji boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to hit the Windows key plus the period. And we get this huge box over here.
Nice. I wonder if it's searchable.
It is. There's a little search bar. I don't know where to type in the searchy.
Oh, you can just type it.
Just start typing?
Yeah. Like smile.
Oh, wow.
And then
So if I do Windows period, and then I just want like a sticky out face. Oh, I did two of them. Windows period. Doop. Okay, so it is typing right there.
I
So
bet
it's
when you
typing
click
where
an
I'm at.
emoji, it will replace the text you typed. But I could be wrong for sure.
It does.
Nice.
So then if I do like the XD, oh, it doesn't find anyone. Oh, there's
Joy.
an X.
Oh,
There you go.
rolling on the floor.
Oh, you just type words?
Yeah.
Like happy. Oh, man, that's actually cool. I didn't know you could type the word.
Oh, you were doing colon.
Yeah, I was
Smile?
making the
Oh, yeah,
symbol,
yeah.
like how you would
But
make
did that
it.
work too?
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
So then if I wanted like a carrot, I could type the word carrot. There's carrot. Or I could do whatever the symbol is for carrot, which I have no clue. But then like if I want to do a heart, you could do... Oh, that's
Oh.
embarrassing.
HEART.
You can't do the alligator mouth.
Oh.
The larger than? Or
Yeah, I
less
gotcha,
than,
gotcha.
whichever one it is. But you can type in heart.
And then actually there's these things too.
So Windows period.
There's that which is just symbols. And then there's this
Oh.
thing which is I don't know
Cow
what you call it.
emoji. Cow.
Yeah. So there's like the
Everyone-
flipping table thing.
This is the sunglasses one.
The shrug.
That's pretty cool. Oh.
Nice. Wow, that's actually really good way to do emojis on Windows.
So I found this super
Never would have
useful
guessed it.
for doing the Facebook posts.
Yep.
When I need to do, so I'll sit there and I'll schedule 12 Facebook posts
Yep.
for the week. And then it's so much easier than typing in
Copy and pasting it from like
a Google
whatever it
search.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been terrible.
Yeah.
And I saw an article that said Windows plus the period key.
Yeah. Would never have guessed that.
Yeah,
I mean, no
apparently
reason.
it's a brand new Windows 10 feature.
Cool.
So I'm curious on how long it'll take before they add all the emojis, because this is definitely not all of them. I think this is the
It's a
popular
lot.
ones,
Well, there's been a lot of new emojis too.
because there are a ton of emojis out there.
And then there's also skin tone emojis.
Yeah, so this
And,
one
like-
you can change the skin tone on them.
Okay.
I don't know how the very second, but there was a skin tone option in there.
Gotcha. I can't figure it out either.
Speaking of not being able to figure it out, Windows 10.
Hey. Oh, I figured it out.
Yeah, see, it has the little
Yeah,
W
yeah,
things
yeah.
up there. I know how they showed up.
That one looks like a vampire.
kind of showed up.
That's a little too white there. Ooh. Antivirus problems. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Antivirus problems could be a good thing, right?
So Windows 10 breaks its antivirus.
That sounds
In
like a
its
bad
latest
thing.
It's not a great thing. It's great if you're an antivirus company like Malwarebytes. Sponsor
Or a
us.
virus company.
Yeah. You can sponsor us too at this point. The worst part is that there is no indication of which exact update is causing the problem.
Nice.
And then not everybody who has been asked is also being affected.
Gotcha.
So it's only affecting some people, which makes the problem that much
Way
harder.
harder to
to
debug.
Yeah. Which is another reason you should update Windows 10. Which, ironically enough, keeping your antivirus up to date is one of the reasons you should update Windows 10. So, professional advice is to not update Windows 10 while keeping
Use
it
the
up to date.
Linux. No.
Yeah. I just thought it was a weird article that
Yeah.
they're having this much problem with their updates at the moment.
Speaking of updates at the moment, we have an update for you.
On who's sponsoring the videos now?
Jmart Media and
Nephew Tech.
check us out online at jmartmedia.com, which actually I think my website's down now.
Oh,
Rip.
no. jmartmedia.com.
RIP, service unavailable. Yep, got to get that guy stood back
no.
up. It's kind of a bad thing.
You know who's not down?
Nephew Tech.
Nephew Tech.
Wow, look at that picture.
So
What kind of camera
professional.
did you take that picture with?
Oh, I took my microwave out. We captured all the waves. All the light
Nice.
waves. Super fancy.
How to number. So last week we mentioned the
iPhone 9.
iPhone 9, and now there's this iPhone SE2 thing, which I really don't care about, but just because we talked about the iPhone 9 last week, I saw the iPhone 2, and I was very confused. Bless you.
The best part about this is the iPhone 12 is delayed for the iPhone 2. I wonder if I wonder if they're gonna try to start the numbering over. So the elite phones or the better phones are the higher T numbers, and then the budget phones are the original.
Oh, so they have
9,
12,
and then 2.
2.
So then next year will be 13 and 3.
Yeah, because 2 is going to be or 9 or 2 or whatever the heck it is going to be more of a budget phone, which is cool. But yeah, numbering.
Someone reportedly somewhere says that they have started mass production.
I wonder what the SE prefix is for.
Super exclusive.
Really?
Nah, because they're mass producing it. But it looks like it'll be coming out this year. If it's already being mass produced.
Yeah, assuming that this whole virus thing goes away. Because that could throw a wrench in the plans for sure. SE, what is SE for?
Right. What does the iPhone
I googled that.
SE stand for? Special edition.
Oh! So it doesn't even have anything to do with being old or something.
The iPhone SE meaning special edition. It's a smartphone that was designed and marketed by Apple Incorporated. It is part of the 9th generation of iPhone, alongside the higher-end iPhone 6s. Along with the iPhone 6s and the iPhone X, the iPhone SE was discontinued by Apple on September 12th, 2018.
Okay, so this is the SE2. It's not the iPhone 2, it's the iPhone SE2. It's like the second special edition or something.
It's the second special phone.
Special. Phew.
What a mouthful.
All right, so if you've been waiting on your iPhone and you're wanting to get in at a low price point, it's coming up soon for you.
Speaking of a mouthful, go to space with your mouth full of space with this private sector manned launch.
Yep.
SpaceX put people in space.
In the next few months, they're going to send two NASA astronauts to the International Space Station.
Here's a curious thing. How do they know that the astronauts that are going up there aren't affected? And they're not going to affect the other astronauts?
I guess they can do a test. They can do a virus test right before they hop on the space shuttle.
And the guy who cleans the seats right before the astronaut gets in has it or something.
Yeah. RIP.
That's how you get zombies, people.
Yep. So SpaceX already sent the Crew Dragon module to the International Space Station, but with only mannequin passengers. And it's delivered cargo to the station before, about a dozen times over the last 8 years, but this is going to be the first private manned space travel in the U.S., at least. Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. It's not Mars yet, but it's somewhere.
It'll be the next launch. After this one. This is just like the trial to make sure.
This is the
everything's
trial
working
for Mars.
perfect.
250 miles versus however the heck far it is to Mars.
Light years or something, right?
No.
I have no idea. How far do you think Mars is? A guess.
I'm going to guess, well, obviously it depends on which side of the sun we're on. Like if we're on the same side of the sun versus Mars is over there.
All right, if I type into Google, how far is Mars from Earth? What number will I get? I'm thinking 40 million
I'm thinking,
miles.
just to be clear, man, I don't know. I'm going to guess at the closest like 400,000, but I really don't know.
All right. So I went ahead and went incognito. That way,
No previous search history affects this search. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
distance. How far is Mars from Earth?
Dang, you were way closer than I was, but still way far away.
Yeah,
So what does it say? I can't quite.
142.3 million. So
That's the
142
current
million.
distance.
On the opposite end of the scale, Mars and Earth can be 401 million.
Okay.
The average distance is 225 million kilometers. All right, 255 million kilometers to miles.
139,000 miles. 139 million miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So between 100 and
So it's around right now. It's around 140 million. There's a car alarm.
wow.
Interesting space facts.
Yeah.
So that's
You
not
learn
too big of a
something new.
difference, right? 142 million versus what was that number?
What are you talking about? The International Space Station?
Yeah,
250 miles.
250.
250 miles
So
versus 142 million miles.
calculator 142. 1, 2, 3. Oh no.
Oh, come on. How to calculator? How to number? Apple, how to number?
Delete. Where's my delete button? All right. So we do 142 million miles,
Yep.
right? That's 142 million.
Yep.
100,000 million. Yeah. Divided by. Where's my slashy? 140? That's what you said?
250. So Mars is
568
that many times further away.
Sometimes. Rounding errors.
Yeah.
It's a rounding error. It's what we have here.
Yeah. One day. Goals. Hashtag goals.
The FCC authorized SpaceX to begin rolling out as many as 1 million ground antennas.
Yep. So this is going to be the antenna things that connect to the Starlink internet, which is the satellite internet that SpaceX is
So
starting
this is
up.
going to go on the ground side.
Yep. So this is going to go on the ground side.
So
So
the closer you live to an antenna, the better your internet will be?
I guess I just assumed that everyone would have an antenna, but it could certainly be that a community would have an antenna or a neighborhood or whatever it is. Or, I mean, I guess you could go down to a zip code. But I would guess it would probably be a lot smaller area than an entire zip code.
Okay.
But Elon Musk said the two goals or the goal is for it to be very easy to install. You don't need a specialist to install it. The goal is for just 2 instructions, and they can be done in either order. Point at sky, plug in.
That'd be hard to mess up.
Yeah. Whereas the satellites now, like if you have satellite, yeah, you have to really point the dish, as far as I understand, in the correct direction towards a television satellite or whatever it is.
You
But,
think they
yeah.
would let customers install it themselves, or would they still have to have a professional install it for $150?
Honestly, with Elon Musk, the way they do their Teslas, they just ship you the car. I bet they'll just ship you the dish and you plug it in.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe once they get it established anyway.
It looks like a UFO on a stick.
Yeah.
It is very important that you don't need a specialist to install.
I
The
just
goal
read
is-
that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I listen.
He wasn't listening to me. Oh my goodness.
I listen. Just not to you all the time.
And then one of their competitors, OneWeb, is possibly facing bankruptcy, which would be good for Starlink, but probably bad for the consumer.
And everybody else.
Because generally it's good when they're competing. But apparently, I don't know, it's probably hard to get satellites up in space. Unless you own a space company. It makes it a lot cheaper if you actually own the company.
Oh, that last line of the whole thing. from
Classic.
Elon Musk. We just want to be in the not bankrupt category. That's our goal.
Hey, it's a good goal.
Yeah. Maybe shoot a little higher than bottom, but
Yeah, you know. Maybe your goal, should be a stretch, and then what you actually achieve could be
bottom.
maybe a little bit
Not
below
bankrupt.
it. Yeah.
Wow. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We went fast. Talked too fast this week.
Hey,
It's
we
'cause
lasted
didn't-
longer than last week.
We didn't have any Verge articles is the problem.
We had only one Verge article.
It was well researched. The best researching.
Stay inside and join us next week.
Same time. Always perfectly on time.
We'll tech about that.
We talk about all the things